Doug here, FWTV, in Walthamstow. I'm in Wood Street, Walthamstow to be exact, North London. And behind me, in the distance, try that again, but behind me, in the distance, you can see the Spanish artist AMPPARITO. Not sure if they know that this is getting painted there. In fact, I'm almost certain that nobody that actually owns this building knows that it's going to be painted. But here we are, in the middle of the day, just giving it a crack. I'm sitting at the Wood Street Wall Studio in Walthamstow, and I'm joined by Nacho, also known as AMPPARITO. I guess the obvious question is, tell us about what you've just painted.
Well, I've been painting napkin, a typical napkin from Spain. I think I designed this piece around a year ago, and it was because of Brexit. Depending where you're from, you understand in a different way. If you're from Spain, it's probably a joke because it's a thanks for coming to like Britain, UK now because of Brexit. But if you are from Britain, for you it's gonna be like an abstract painting.
How important is it for you, for people to understand where you're coming from with your message? Because obviously, you know, the average person walking by Wood Street isn't going to see that napkin and go, oh, that's a comment on Brexit.
That's a good thing. They shouldn't know what is that you can understand from a figurative or a narrative point of view if you are from abroad. If you are from this place, you just can see it like an abstract paint. So I really like that. Like, what's the boundary between abstract painting or figurative? This is figurative, but by zoom in, by close up, just to change the context, you can do it abstract. So I think that's powerful. And sometimes when something is abstract, when we have lack of knowledge about something, you can enjoy more because you enjoy it in a naive way or in a more free way. I don't know.
What's your kind of process then of kind of getting to this point? You know, do you think about Brexit and then think, okay, what could be a good, you know, for something like Brexit? Would you think of Brexit and say, okay, what could I do as a way of communicating this? Or do you literally just pick up a napkin, toss it away and think, oh, I've just tossed that away like, you know, we've tossed away the EU? How does it work for you?
When you see something like useless or meaningless or, useless, then you can start like thinking about another, like the poetic meaning or metaphors or something like that. And I think in everyday life there's plenty interesting things. We just need to train to educate our way to see or our senses.
Do you enjoy, I mean, you've done a lot of sort of work in what looks like the absolute middle of nowhere. Does it bother you that, you know, you'll paint something like that and it might never be seen?
That's another good point. Is like I prefer, basically because I'm really calm and I don't know how to deal with this rush, like with everyone saying something. But I think in that place is the good thing is now with social media, even if you paint in Alaska, you can could be more seen than if you paint in London. I prefer 10 people thinking about what I did than 1,000 people just taking photos and another thing.
You're kind of hitting the festival circuit now, aren't you? So tell me, what have you got coming up this year?
Oh, I don't know if I can say.
I think you can. Yeah? Martin said it online, so you can say it. Yeah.
I think the next one is Nuart. I'm really happy because I think I'm gonna meet really interesting people, and I think this year the good thing is like they gather really interesting artists and really in a different way than festivals are doing it now. So I think it's more like public space, more maybe less walls and more like different stuff.
The community, actually, you'll find this in Stavanger. It's hilarious because everyone's like an expert.
Okay.
You'll just be sitting in a taxi and they'll be like, oh, there's a Martin Watson or there's a David Cho or something like that. And it's so weird going in because, like, obviously around, the average city, nobody really knows names of things. They're like, oh, here's a nice street picture. So it's so it's amazing to see how ingrained into the community that Martin's managed to take it.
Well, yeah, I think I'm really interested in going there, and I think I have 3 more, but I don't know if I can talk now. But yeah, this year is going well, and I think I have few projects more like small, like more tiny, and I think those ones are really nice because when you do something more close to the people and like small communities, something like that, you can work in another way, more like painting or doing the mural or the intervention during 3 days, but with a work like a month or 20 days working with people, engaging. So I think for me that's really important. And sometimes in festivals everything is in a hurry and it's harder to work like knowing the community and all that thing.
Cool. Look, that's it from us. Thank you very much for taking the time to do the chat, and thank you for coming and painting in Walthamstow. And yeah. Shouts to the guys at Wood Street. So yeah, I've been.
A nice English breakfast this morning.
Oh, they took him for a nice breakfast. I didn't get a breakfast. I've eaten Space Raiders today, so I take my thanks back.